Tonight, we're learning some new details about the man accused of murdering the person who gave him a home. 12 News exclusively obtaining this video of Matthew Derringer being booked into jail yesterday morning. He is accused of killing Frank Quaranta, a man that he had met months ago at a Phoenix church cooling center.
Now, court records show Quaranta had let Derringer, who was homeless at the time, stay with him because he had nowhere else to go. Last week, Quaranta was found dead in his Scottsdale home from blunt force trauma injuries. Derringer is not only denying the accusations, but denying his identity at this point. It's not the first time he has sat in a Valley jail cell. We're learning new warning signs that violence could have been missed.
12 News journalist Sean Rice is in studio with what court records are now revealing. Sean?
Yeah, Troy and Kribe, these cases through the criminal justice system can sometimes be hard to track. This one, though, from what I've seen, is pretty clear cut. Now, the warning signs, they really do jump off the page. In terms of his criminal history, he has been on supervised probation for the past 4 months, from May to September of this year. And new records show he really never took probation seriously from day one. One former prosecutor here in Maricopa County claims prosecutors offered him a, quote, sweetheart plea deal that never really held him accountable. Now, Derringer was already a 2-time convicted felon when he made his way here to Arizona in recent years. Records we obtained show he spent 18 months in prison in Colorado for killing animals and dismembering them, and another felony criminal mischief crime in the state of Texas. Now, police say Derringer was homeless in Arizona last summer when he was arrested on these 3 felony charges: robbery and 2 animal abuse charges. Court records accuse him of picking up a dog at random and slamming them on the streets of Phoenix when he took it from his owner. That same day, Phoenix police say he kicked another person's dog, causing it to be thrown into a roadway, narrowly missing it being hit. Several months later, he was caught on video assaulting a man on his way to work in downtown Phoenix. Derringer was never formally charged for the animal abuse crimes. Instead, they offered him a plea agreement, you just saw it there, on a low-level felony theft charge and misdemeanor assault. The county attorney's office offered him this plea agreement this past spring. He did plead guilty to that theft charge. But instead of requesting prison time, the county attorney's office stipulated to a term on probation. He was released from jail in May 2025, and court records show he never showed up to a single meeting with his probation officer. Within just 3 weeks, they were asking to revoke his probation, and an arrest warrant was active for his arrest at the time of this alleged murder just last week.
Gave him a slap on the wrist, and he got a light sentence. And then when his probation was revoked, the judge only gave him a $250 bond, which doesn't even account for the dangerousness of this individual. So we failed this individual, and we failed our community on 3 different times.
And County Attorney Rachel Mitchell's office says they felt the theft and assault charges were appropriate based on what they call, quote, the circumstances of the crime. A spokesperson said the animal cruelty charges were not prosecuted because there was, quote, no reasonable likelihood of convictions. They could not tell me or say why a plea agreement was offered to Derringer in the first place. He now sits inside the Maricopa County Jail facing that first-degree murder charge, and he is being held on a $2 million cash-only bond. We will have much more, an extended version of what you just heard, coming up tonight on 12 News at 6. Troy.
Yeah, it's tough to predict future crimes or future behavior, but as you pointed out, it seems like there were a lot of different warning signs here. And then even when he appeared before a judge, I believe just yesterday, he denied he was even Derringer. I mean, It seems like he's got some serious issues.
And one thing I'll add is there was competency questions. Basically, defense attorneys were wondering whether or not he could even assist his defense and know the charges he was facing in that prior case. 4 different doctors observed him and declared him competent. So there has been mental health issues raised in all of his crimes. And maybe supervised probation was a way for him to get some of that help, but clearly it didn't work.
And now this man who just tried to help him out.
Yeah.
No longer here. Sean, thank you.